Hey, and welcome to the Remotely Review. I'm your host, Remotely. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, I want to get started by talking about Ray J. Yep, Ray J. Ray J's in the news. Him and Princess Love. Princess Love recently filed for divorce. This was just yesterday. Okay, she filed for divorce. Listen, things have been brewing between Princess Love and Ray J for quite some time now. If you guys can recall, Princess Love, she let us in on what happened down in Vegas. In Las Vegas, Ray J abandoned, and these are Princess Love's words. She says that Ray J stranded herself and their little baby, what's her name, Melody? Ray J left them out in Vegas. I don't know what happened, but this man left his wife and his child out in Las Vegas. Mind you, Princess Love was also pregnant with their second child. Yeah. Look, I know there's marital problems. People have marital problems. You know, it happens. But what's so extreme to where you have to leave your wife and your child in another state? Stranded, abandoned. Where do they do that at? You know, this is what Princess Love says happened out in Vegas. Okay, and so here we go today where she's filed for a divorce. Now, I want to rewind and let you guys know that Princess Love and Ray J, they just shot some sort of TV show for the Zeus Network. It was called The Conversation. And this is where they apparently had gone into some house, secluded themselves away from the rest of the world, and sat there and had a one-on-one conversation to kind of hash out their problems, hopefully come to a resolution and move on with their marriage. Now, I thought they did that. I thought it was accomplished, but apparently Ray J has been living in a hotel and visiting the house periodically just to see the children. Yep, this is what's been going on. I learned this last week. This is when Ray J was on the Wendy Williams show, and you know, of course, Wendy gave the guy the third degree. She bashed him, you know, belittled him, shamed him a little bit. You know what I mean? But this is what Wendy does. This is why we love Wendy Williams, right? And so Ray J, at that moment, actually revealed the fact that he was sleeping and living in a hotel. I was shocked. I was surprised because, you know, the man has his own residence. Of course, Princess Love lives there with him with the children, but you have your own residence. Listen, go home, work something out with your wife, figure out what's going on, get your house. You know what I mean? Go home and work things out with your wife. You know? But for some reason, Ray J could not do that. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know how this marriage is going to be resolved. I'm not sure if it's going to be a great outcome for Princess Love or a good one for Ray J. I don't know how it's going to fall. What I do know is that there's no prenup. There's no prenup between Ray J and Princess Love. And so it leaves you wondering, well, who gets what? You know, where is she going to stay? Where's he going to stay? You guys know Ray J got a little bit of coin. Yeah. Whether you know it or not, Ray J has a little bit of coin. Now, I don't know if it stems from that Kim Kardashian sex tape. You know, I don't know how that worked. I don't know if they bought Ray J out of it as well and he got a little bit of coin from it and was able to invest and flip it and move on to bigger and better things. But that's what it looks like. It looks like Ray J got a little bit of coin from somewhere. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take credit from his music career because as much as people like to sleep on Ray J's got a couple of hits, all right? And he's worked with some of the best people in the industry. Ray J has his own record, or he had his own record label. It's called Knockout Entertainment. I think it's recently been absorbed by some other major label, but Ray J had Knockout Entertainment, all right, and Brandy released an album on Knockout, and Ray J released, I think, all of his albums, except for one maybe, under Knockout, and so this is One Wish Ray J, this is Sexy Can I Ray J, you know, this is all Knockout, so there's some coin in there somewhere, and keep in mind, Ray J, he's released those little, what do you call them? Those little mopeds or whatever. Those are little electric bikes. He's got a big stake in that company. I think Ray J's he's like the owner perhaps, or maybe he was the spokesperson. Whatever. He had a big thing to do with that bike company. If you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, you can look it up. I bet a lot of you remember, if you live out in LA, you probably saw the billboards out there on Hollywood Boulevard. They were marketing and promoting these little mopeds done by Ray J. And let me fill you in on something. I actually drove by Ray J one night. He was just out there in North Hollywood riding that, was that Holly? Yeah, I saw him in North Hollywood, right there off of Magnolia and Lankershim Boulevard. Magnolia and Lankershim Boulevard at the 7-Eleven. I saw Ray J driving down that street on one of those little electric bikes by himself. Okay. I cannot make this stuff up. Ray J was driving by himself. I was like, what is Ray J doing out here by himself? But yep, he was out there by himself. And so Ray J has been doing his thing. Like I said, he's invested in the bikes. Remember those earbuds? He had all the celebrities promoting those for him, like Cardi B, his sister Brandy. I think Diddy even got in on it. Raycon, the earbuds. And so Ray J's doing his thing with that. They're selling, they're doing well. And so, the money is there, right? But how's it going to be split up? Because California is a 50-50 state. It's a 50-50 state. And so I'm sure, although there's no prenup, Princess Love is entitled to something, right? And so I hope it works out for the both of them. Keep in mind there's 2 children involved now. Yeah. They had a little girl initially, and then I think there's another little girl that they had. Yeah. And, this is right on the brink of Brandy getting ready to release her new album. It's called 7. Yep. B Rocka. Okay. That's Brandy's nickname. B Rocka's coming out with a new album, and it's called B7. The new single is called Baby Mama. We like it. We love it. The community is raving about it. You know what I mean? We stand for it. The video, the visuals that she put with it are nice as well. So, let's give it up for Brandy. Give it up for Brandy, because Brandy has been through a lot. We've seen some changes in her career. We've seen, all the ups and downs and stuff like that. I can only imagine what she's gone through. She was married at one point to the father of her child, Sarah, and that ended horribly. I don't think Brandy's been involved in a relationship since then, and so who knows what kind of toll that took on Brandy. And we know that she no longer has her relationship with the producer Darkchild. You guys know Darkchild, Rodney Jerkins. He was primarily responsible for a lot of Brandy's hits in her, like the late 90s, 2000s. That was Darkchild. Darkchild was behind a lot of that. And somehow that relationship went sour. I don't know what happened, but it went sour. And so, if you don't have that bond with your producer anymore, your music starts to suffer, And we've seen that with people like, Nicki Minaj. A lot of people say that since Nicki Minaj left Safari, the music hasn't been the same. And I agree. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I would say not so much a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy Nicki's music now, but it is, it's noticeably different, But anyway, and so, these are the changes in the transitions that Brandy has had to make in her career. And I think she's found her way back into our hearts with this new song, Baby Mama. And so good luck to you, Brandy. I hope that it all works out. I wish you success with this new album, 7. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to check it out. I hope it's everything that we need it to be and more. I think that's what a lot of people on social media are saying. Like, we need to, like Brandy, we need this to be good, okay? Because it's been a while. It's been a while. But anyway, so yeah, this whole Ray J thing comes on the brink of Brandy releasing her album, and so I hope it doesn't hurt it. I hope it doesn't put a damper on what Brandy's doing, because, if anything, let's see all of them flourish. Let's see all of it go on and be, and do well. Some people are saying that this Ray J and Princess Love thing is a publicity stunt. Listen, I hope nobody's playing with their marriage like that. Marriage is sacred, and I think it needs to be respected for that reason. Don't play with marriage like that. So I'm going to hope that this is not a publicity stunt. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to see anybody getting a divorce, but I also don't want to see you lying about getting a divorce, okay? So it's either one or the other. you know. But anyway, moving on.